What's up, everybody? Welcome to another normal podcast. My name is Evan, and I will be the host for the remaining time of this episode. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for listening. I hope you're doing well, and I hope everything in your life is going the way that you want it to go. I'm sorry for that. I'm very sorry that I got really quiet there. That was kind of uncomfortable, and I'm sorry. Today, I have my friend Andre. He's been a friend for a while. We sort of disconnected for a while, but then reconnected recently with a photography session that I did with him. And he is a rock climber. He does rock climbing. I think semi-professionally. Professionally, maybe? I should have asked him. I don't know. He does have some sponsors, but he travels and he rock climbs, and that's what he does. And it's fascinating. It's something that I really learned to respect after trying it, and we go into that in the episode. Super fun episode today. I really enjoyed recording it, and so did he. We didn't really want to stop, but we had to. I will, however, have him on another episode eventually. Before we start the episode, I want to go ahead and get into our sponsor. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Tom's Toenail Container. If you guys are looking for a great, durable toenail container, Tom's Toenail Container is the best. It's by far the most durable, the most trustworthy. They have free shipping anywhere in the United States, and they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you hate the product, if you don't like your toenails in this specific container, you can send it back, and they'll give you your money back. No risk, nothing. It's super convenient. I personally put my toenails in Tom's Toenails container, and it works like a charm. So check out Tom's toenailcontainers.com/NRML podcast for a 10% discount. Enter our offer code FAKE in the description. I'm sorry, in the promo code. Enter the offer code FAKE, and it'll get you 10% off. So anyways, thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed making it, as always. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you. Andre.
What's up, Evan?
What's up? How have you been?
Good morning.
Good morning. For you, I've been up. I've been up, man.
I've not. It's almost midday.
When did you get up this morning?
Like, the moment I texted you, I was like, oh, shit. I was so far away.
Like how far away?
It was like 45-minute drive.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
I feel bad.
No, I don't feel bad. I wanted to be here.
Good, man. You're always welcome.
Cool.
So, let's just jump right into it.
Okay.
I want to pick your brain.
All right, pick my brain.
Welcome
to the Normal Podcast.
Welcome to the Normal Podcast.
My name is Andre.
This is Andre.
Enjoy this ride that will take you on.
I'm not enjoying this.
This got like real ASMR real quick.
Or like NPR.
NPR.
All right, so tell me about yourself. What do you do? You're a fascinating guy. Tell me about yourself.
All right. I'm like a regular Joe Schmo.
That's absolutely not true. That's false, and I know it, and you know it too.
All right.
Oh,
That's a lovely noise. I'm a rock climber. I climb rocks. That's like when people ask me what I do or what I enjoy.
Feel free to get it right up on the mic. Oh, there you go.
This is better.
Perfect.
Right in there.
Okay.
I'm a rock climber. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I climb rocks for fun, and I travel a lot.
Yeah.
And I meet interesting people. And
where all have you been for rock climbing?
For rock climbing, a lot around in the States. Out west, Florida. Kidding. It's flat in Florida. Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, like Kentucky.
Anywhere out of the States?
A few places. Been to Australia. That was a blast.
That sounds awesome.
It was a lot of fun. And I competed in a competition, and it was really fun because I won.
Oh. All right. Had to get that little humble brag in there.
That's right. Andre Drizzle, shameless plug. Hashtag.
I mean, if you want to shout out your whatever, you're more than welcome to. So you're a rock climber, and that's what you do.
I'm a rock climber.
That's what you do.
That's what I love.
That's what you love to do.
But it doesn't pay the bills.
Okay. So what does pay the bills for you?
So right now, I was kind of in an in-between stage. I was actually working for my dad in a neuroscience aspect. So there's this thing called brain core technology, and I use that to regulate people's brainwaves inside of his office. You could think of it like a personal therapy training for someone's brain.
He's the most interesting man in the world. Jesus, man.
Yeah.
So you're a rock climber who travels around the world.
Yeah.
And also a brain technician.
Right.
Of sorts.
Well, let me...
So get into that some.
Okay.
Like, what exactly do you do? Like,
that's what I did do for a long time.
Okay.
And I really, really liked it. And I really, really liked it. But, like I said, I was working for my dad.
Right.
Working with family is not always easy, I would say.
Sure.
But basically, long story short, I quit, could not be there. And then one of my climbing friends actually got me an opportunity to work at an aquatic center.
Okay.
So as a lifeguard.
Gotcha.
Yeah. See those snaps I send you? I'm all like,
Yeah, you're
at
right.
the pool.
Yep.
Yelling at kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how do they take it when you yell at them?
I mean, when I first started, it was like, blow a whistle. Walk, please.
Yeah.
Because you're like nervous.
Adult swim.
Adult swim. And now it's like I've been at the pool or like I'll be at the aquatic center and some kid will run. I'm like, Jamie, walk. And they're like, oh, God. Ooh.
Do they fear you now? Do they just sort of scour away when?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the way to do it, man.
I hold the power.
Do it.
I am the authority.
Do you like? Whoopsh?
No, I would be fired if I whoopsh
Really?
them.
You think?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I don't think in today's world you would be fired for that.
In today's world, that is like,
No,
you would get fired
I don't think
in today's world.
I don't think so.
Be like, little Jimmy, come here.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Backhand little Jamie.
Yeah, that's
Jimmy,
fine. That's
Jamie.
totally acceptable these days.
Absolutely not.
I disagree. I mean, I think it's. Let's just agree to disagree on that.
All right. Don't get me wrong, man. When I was little, look, my
I'm
mom,
totally kidding.
My
Just-
dad,
okay.
I know.
Okay.
Sarcasm. I follow.
Good.
My
I was just.
dad would, if I was in trouble, when I was really young, he would, if it was like a shoe, a belt, whatever was to his right or his left, and man, it was across my backside.
Okay.
That's how it normally was. That's how it was back then. That was like when it was socially acceptable. But now if some kid were to say that in class, like for instance, you think of like, go back to school when we were in school.
Right.
At that time, if someone like, this is actually personal experience, a teacher would like lift up a ruler and it got close to your face and you were like, ah. Because you thought she was going to swing at you.
See, I never had that happen to me. I don't know what kind of schools you're going to. No teacher ever threatened me with physical violence.
I mean, she wasn't threatening me with physical violence.
Yeah.
She was just like lifting up a ruler. It was a long ass ruler. And it was, I saw her picking up like 5 feet away from me.
Yeah.
I was 6 feet because it was like 3 feet. I mean, it was a yardstick.
Right.
I do maths. And it went like right by my face. And I was like, ah, right? And she stops. Andre, are you okay? I was like, oh yeah, you got really close to my face. I was like, whoa.
Do you think that has something to do with, was it your dad that you said that like?
Yeah.
Whatever? Yeah.
But no. I don't think there's an immediate correlation. What I'm saying is that I shouldn't say her name.
Right.
Wait, yeah. Remember Miss Malden?
What school?
Milton.
No.
This
was in high school?
This was in high school.
Oh, I thought you were talking about elementary school. Like,
no.
Okay,
I mean, I was older. We were like, we knew of each other at this point in our lives.
Okay.
The ruler goes like right by my face. I was like, whoa, careful there. And she's like,
I could totally kill you with this.
No. God. Hey, little boy,
So,
come over to my desk.
okay. So right now you're doing lifeguard stuff for.
Yeah, right now I'm lifeguarding outside, indoor at the aquatic center. I'm right now run of the mill the grunt because I actually just started about 2 months ago.
Okay.
And right now that's paying the bills and
Sure.
that's funding my food right now and living status.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I have humble brag, I have a few sponsors who are like, here's clothing, here's
Right.
equipment, here's a plane ticket.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It's not like, don't get me wrong, of all the climbers in the world, there are people who are like really, really strong, like unfathomably, unfathomable words.
Unfathomable. Right. I know that word.
We're just ridiculously strong.
Yeah.
And it's weird now because now it's like it doesn't matter if you can climb the hardest climb in the world. Now it's like, oh, you have a following of like
Right.
50 people
Yeah.
wear our stuff. Like
Yeah.
you just like wear it. But then once you get like, we really like your content. We really your content. We really like your personality. You know, here's shoes.
It's becoming more of a brand type thing.
Yeah.
Than a physical ability type
Brands.
thing. Yeah.
Brands. I like that topic you guys were on with Thomas.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's everything is branding. That's all everything is now.
Oh yeah, Normal Podcast episode 2. Thomas Pruitt. You should go there and watch it. It's really good. I laughed a lot.
It's true. You should listen to this guy. Well, okay. So where do you see yourself going with rock climbing? Like, where do you want to be with it? Is that what you want to do? Is that your goal? Is to be a rock climber as a profession?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If it was like if rock climbing could just be my thing to just climb, that would be amazing. It'd be amazing. But think about it. In 20 years from now, when my joints are fucking destroyed, like right now, my hips are really upset with me.
Yeah. That shit's hard.
Because of falling. Yeah, climbing is not easy.
Dude, so
you went climbing.
I went climbing.
How'd it go?
It was so difficult, man. It's so okay. It's so like you think that it's gonna be like, oh, I can fucking climb this wall. It's like 10 feet tall. Yeah. And like there's some things that you put your hands on, and yeah, why not? It fucking destroyed me, man. Like my forearms, I could not like this forearm for the next 4 days just was destroyed.
You got the pump, man.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. You got pumped.
Yeah.
Your forearms just get filled with all that blood, and it's like, it needs more oxygen to breathe.
Right.
And then you just lock up, and it's like,
Exactly. Yeah, man. And I only did it for an hour.
Really?
I did it for an hour, man.
Yes.
And it was, I mean, I got to some V2, V3s.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the way for everybody listening, there's a place called Stone Summit that you can go to rock climb if you pay. It's like having a gym membership, sort of.
I'm a coach for Stone Summit as well. You should go over.
So you're a coach there.
I'm also a coach there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like different levels from level 0, I guess, to 10. So 1 to 10.
Yeah, there's 2 different grade styles. There's the Yosemite Decimal, which is a 5-point whatever. Normally it starts at like 5.5. Mm-hmm. And that's for roped climbs. So you have a harness, a rope, and they're like normally 30 feet to anything that would be dangerous to climb without any gear is considered
free climbing. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, that's free climbing. Which, by the way, I did that the other weekend.
You did?
I did, except it was deep water free soloing.
Whoa. What does that mean? What deep water?
So take the idea of free soloing, right?
Yeah.
Dangerous. You fall, right?
Right.
Put it over deep water.
Yeah.
If you fall, man, you just fall in some deep water, man.
Okay, so it's what it sounds like. I didn't have to ask.
Exactly
really. Okay.
Deep water free soloing.
I should have put that together.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. That's really cool.
Yeah, I was in Tennessee. That was fun.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That sounds. Yeah. Is that where you did the? Because I saw some sort of video of you jumping, like cliff jumping.
Oh yeah. That was actually in on the Chattahoochee.
Okay.
That was right here in our backyard in Georgia.
Oh, very cool.
We can go to that wall.
Yeah.
In like 15 minutes from here.
Wow.
It's really close. Get a kayak.
Yeah.
And then
I just went kayaking the other day.
What, really? With who?
Aaron, first podcast.
Oh, Aaron.
Yeah, other host.
Dope.
Yeah. We just went to the shoot the hooch thing and dude, okay.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm ready.
I'm just gonna say it.
Just say it.
You walk into the shoot the hooch place where you like pay to rent the stuff.
Oh, shoot the hooch. Get ready for this shit.
It's like you're walking into a sorority house. Every girl there is like,
Oh my gosh. It's like, is it?
no,
on
not
the
even
water?
that. Like they're all just super fucking attractive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Walk in and be like, hey.
I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. I mean, kayaking.
Okay, cool.
Very cool.
I was taking that the whole other direction.
Yeah, no. It was a good thing.
Actually, the first time we were trying to find this wall, this was like a few months ago, when it first started getting warm, when you could like feasibly jump into that cold ass water.
Yeah.
We went the wrong direction. So if you go, where shoot the hooches?
Yeah.
And you go further down, where you get off?
Yeah.
The wall is where you get off, it's a little bit further down.
Okay.
A little bit further from there. It's like it's like a 15-minute kayak.
Okay.
From there. So it's not like easy, but you're going down the river, so it's nice. So we went against the river for like 2 hours. And the bridge?
Yeah.
We passed the bridge.
Oh my God.
We were fucking dying. It was me. It was myself and my friend. And she was like, do you think maybe it was the other way? I'm like, no, it's got to be right around the corner. Right around the river bend, man.
And it was a complete wrong direction.
Complete and total opposite direction. And we're like in the sun. It had been like 3 hours, and
wow.
I was wearing sunscreen. I was completely baked. I was a potato in tin foil. Oh,
yeah, we found this really cool. If you're going up towards the bridge from the shoot the hooch place, and it's sort of like this little cove area. You go in, it's like looks way too shallow, but it totally wasn't. It was like almost too shallow.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's right before the bridge.
Yeah, and then before the bridge.
And you go down. Did you go down there?
We kept going down, and we got to this one place, and it just like Aaron had to like scoot himself over over the ground and over the sticks.
That awkward like
exactly. Yeah.
For those audio listeners, looks like I'm dry humping on.
It does look like yeah. Give him a good visual there, just for you guys listening and not watching.
That's right.
Okay, well, all right. So I want to say something real quick. This is a really weird subject change, and it doesn't have anything to do with it.
Hot sorority girls that shoot the hooch.
Yeah, I mean, go to Shoot the Hooch if you want to see some. Okay.
Shoot the hooch.
So, okay. So I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, you do.
I've had a YouTube channel for a while.
Okay.
It somehow, I mean, I used to do daily vlogs on it.
Right. And I watched them.
You watched them?
I watched them.
Okay, so okay, so for some reason, one of the videos, and you okay, so you watched them, so you know that there wasn't anything wrong with them, right? Like I didn't even curse in them, right? There was It wasn't
it was actually like really lighthearted stuff.
Very lighthearted, very like kid friendly.
Yeah, you're getting like a few thousand views.
Sometimes, yeah,
like 100,000 views.
Well, I did on one of them for sure.
Yeah, like,
and that was because it was a clickbait title.
Yeah, it was, you clickbait whore, dude. About clickbait, I don't mean to veer, but we'll get back to this. Ahead. Clickbaiting is such a huge issue on the YouTube world. I dabbled with my YouTube channel. Yeah. By dabbled, I mean I tried doing gameplay.
Like, you tried to do a gaming channel?
I tried doing a gaming channel.
Hell yeah. Okay, what game?
On dude, Enter the Gungeon, man. That indie title, kind of like Binding of Isaac style. Enter the Gungeon. Do yourself a favor and rage so hard because that game is fucking hard.
Sweet.
It's so impossible. But it's impossibly fun.
Yeah. So you tried it.
So I tried it, and I downloaded all the specs to be sure that it would work with my laptop. It's like,
what kind of laptop did you use for this?
Dude,
it's really hard to get like the right specs to be able to record the screen.
So get ready, Toshiba.
Oh. Okay.
So I download XSplit, Gamecaster, and I tried recording, and my own game was framey as anything. I'm like, oh god, this is bad. And the commentary is like, I thought I was doing it from this type of mic. off of like an Apple headphones.
So he's talking about the Apple EarPod things.
And it actually was recording from a mic built into
So you could just probably hear the fan of the computer the whole time.
You hear the fan, and it sounds like it sounds like that, and it's horrible. But like, there's this few gem moments where I'm dying, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Where like somehow it gets that clearly.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's like one view on it. I think it's me.
I've been there, man. Hey, I got another view. Oh wait, that's because I just checked how many views
I watched it again. Yeah, that's right. So
totally.
basically, I tried and I failed hard. Like it's you know when you get like 60 frames a second and it's beautiful and it's gorgeous. Mine's like 2 frames.
Wow.
A second.
Wow.
Like it's so bad. Oh yeah.
Wow.
God, the commentary, man. Gold. So
I really want to hear this.
I think my video would be cringeworthy. 100%. You could put that shit on a cringe compilation.
Dude, I have so many of those.
Clickbait. No. Clickbait that title. Try not to cringe at this. Question mark, exclamation point. Will you cringe?
Gone sexual.
That's right. That's right.
Frank's in the hood.
You'll never believe this kid. Cringiest kid on the internet.
Like a red arrow pointing to something random that has nothing to do with the actual video.
The thumbnail is like a girl leaning on a guy in a bikini. Like, cringiest kid on the internet.
The arrow's just pointing at her ass like, look at what's happening. What does he do?
God.
Yeah.
Fucking internet today.
Man, I can't stand it, dude. Okay, there's this one that I saw on Facebook recently that I've seen sort of trending.
Yeah.
Not trending, but sort of this, it's this one news. I put that in quotation marks. We need that quotation noise.
Are you talking about drama alert?
No. I mean, we can if you want to, but no.
Jesus, let's. All right.
Okay. So this weird trending thing on Facebook now is people sharing these articles from this fake news blog, I guess, or website that just posts random news. It's sort of like TMZ type stuff.
Sure.
So
God, love TMZ.
Oh, it's great,
man.
Automatically, you know it's quality when I say that word.
Absolutely.
So it's like a picture of Leo DiCaprio, and the title.
Oh, my bad. How much?
Oh, okay, no worries. I was like, what's happening? What's going on? It's Leo, and then under it says, in an interview, Leo explains why Marietta, Georgia women are the prettiest, or something like that, right?
What? Okay.
So what this website does is they make articles just like that for random small towns to get everyone in that small town to share it. And they're like, oh my God, he knows who we are. He knows where Marietta, Georgia is.
Oh my God, I'm that slut he's talking about.
I saw one that was like Miley Cyrus talks about why she's moving to Roswell, Georgia. And it has like this quote from this fake interview that they just made up. And then but the funny thing is, if you click on it and you go back to Facebook, you see the recommended articles under it, and there's the same one with the same picture with a different city name right under the article. So how are these people falling for this? I don't understand.
Oh my God,
it's the worst, man. Clickbait is,
man. Got to get those clicks, man. Got to get those clicks.
I don't know. It's an issue,
dude. By the way, your photo, which congratulations on finding a photo. Huh?
Oh, thank you. I didn't have one.
Is really cool. I really like
Thank
that.
you.
How'd you do that?
So
let's talk about that.
All right. So this picture is me between two plants and some pots.
The pots?
Yeah.
The pots leaves?
Yeah. Well, it's actually not pot. Believe it or not. This is just random plants in Atlanta. They're not pot leaves.
I don't know, dude. It is Atlanta.
True. So they are actually pot leaves. I was lying. These are. I found 2 pot leaves. Pot plants. Pot plants?
Pot plants?
Plant pots. It's okay.
Plant pots.
So, and then I stood in between them.
Riveting commentary.
And my friend, Peleg took a picture of me.
Nice.
And then I cut off my head in the picture.
Yeah.
And then I replaced it with some purple smoke.
Dude,
and then
Vape Nation, man.
Vape Nation. Was that you?
That was me.
Dude, it's okay. I mean, the first episode, I had a phone go off twice.
Really?
Actually, in the second episode, too.
I'll tell you what, that's a message. So in 2 minutes, it's going to alert me again.
Oh, no. You have that feature turned on?
I have that feature turned on.
Dude, I had to turn that off.
Well, I'm going to go grab my phone right now and
go ahead, man.
Throw it out the window.
Go ahead. I mean, feel free.
There it goes.
There it goes. Wow. I'm surprised we were able to hear it hit the ground from here. That was really crisp. These mics are great.
Wow.
I actually had to tweak these mics to make sure I got rid of all the like static in between. Like you could hear room noise and stuff, and there was like a little static.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this is kind of going behind the scenes too much. But if you listen closely, like a second after you talk, you can hear it cut off. Like you hear the little static in between, like right after.
Yeah.
That's because it's like a noise gate. So otherwise, it would just be continuing that static throughout in
Man,
between
that
you
was like-
talking.
It's weird because it's fluid commentary, and then it's
Yeah, it goes like really quiet.
I don't hear anything.
I mean, I guess the idea is that we don't stop talking for too long, though. Gotta keep the listeners listening.
Is that how that works?
That's how that works.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I really hate that. So real quick, I know that this is weird. So if you want to say something to the world real quick, I have to restart the camera because it turns off after 30 minutes because of some tax issues.
Actually, I have the perfect thing to talk about. So, when we were talking about what is it called? The Yosemite decimal system. Remember that we got on that, and then it was like, oh, hey, that was syncing, wasn't it?
That was a little bit of syncing right there.
Yeah.
A little syncing.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Little syncing. So what were you saying? I'm sorry.
The Yosemite decimal system.
Okay.
So for the tall ropes, you got like it starts with a 5 and then point something. That's the Yosemite decimal.
Yeah.
So like 5.5 is your easiest climb you could think you could do that requires a rope.
Okay.
So 5.5 is like, oh my goodness, these holes are so big, I could live in this hold.
Yeah.
Easy kind of thing.
Okay,
and then
sure.
it ramps up 5.8, well, 5.6, 5.7, 8, 9, and then you get to 5.10.
Ooh.
Or 510 is what most climbers will consider that. And then there's levels within 10, 11, 13, 14, and
So it's
15.
Like 5.11.
Cool. Right idea.
Okay.
It's 510A.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah. So
Weird.
and then so 510A is drastically different from a 510C.
Okay, right.
So
right.
there's 510A, B, C, D, and then you get to 511A. B,
Wow.
C, D.
So
and then-
there has to be some sort of meaning or reason for this. Otherwise, they would just use 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D.
honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure whether they use. I think it was just easier, and the guy was like, oh, "Fuck it."
Well, why 5 in the first place?
So I'm not. Don't.
You're not. Don't.
Words good. Don't fact check me on this, but this is how it was explained to me.
I'm gonna fact check you as you speak.
God damn. When I was what's considered a Gumby, what I would consider you and climbing in the climbing world.
Thanks, man.
You're a Gumby.
Sweet. Proud to be it.
Did you get rental shoes?
Gumby Nation.
You got
What?
rental shoes?
Yeah. Oh, I got rental
man,
shoes.
you have full Gumby status, man. Yes. Did you take your shirt off?
Gumby pride.
Was your shirt on or off while you were climbing?
My shirt was on.
Okay. All right.
So super like.
No. That's good. That was on. If you
Oh,
had,
really?
If you had taken your shirt off while
And
climbing,
gotten rental shoes.
and gotten rental shoes,
Yeah.
and were on V0.
Yeah. I get it.
Gumby.
I get it.
Or bro. There's a inside joke at Sun Summit is the it's Swole Summit.
There were a
Bro
lot of
Summit.
those like. Yeah.
Dude, it's right by KSU.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
True.
So you get a lot of that going. But basically, the it's 5 point something because 5 is the angle or degree of the wall that says basically this 5 means it is required to have a rope. You need a rope to get up to this
Right.
safely. That's the idea, safely, unless you want to freestyle though and be dangerous, which I've done. I'm sorry, Mom. I know. She doesn't like it when I do that. She no, not my mom. I'm not talking about my mom.
Did you just mention your mom at the end of a thought and
I
then
did.
start
And
talking
then
about your
talking about the other thought about my mom.
Perfect.
My mom is a wonderful woman.
Okay.
She brought me into this world.
She did. You know what? Something that I've realized.
Shout out to all the moms.
Yeah, I sort of found out through living that everyone's mom brought them into the world. Isn't that weird?
That's yeah, it's a little weird when you think about it.
Yeah.
It is weird.
Like your mom brought you into this world.
She did.
I don't know if you knew that.
She did.
Normal podcast.
Normal podcast.
Things you learn.
Now you know. has been a PSA on the world's moms. Anyways, so when you think about a 1 point something, I don't think it exists. I don't think it's actually a rating system, because that's what the whole idea of a 5.10 or whatever. Because when you're traveling or you're climbing and you meet someone new, you're like, oh, hey, dude, like,
right,
you're a rock climber. We don't talk like that. We're normal people.
Because people that talk like that are not normal people.
Normal podcast.
They cannot be on this normal.
No, they can't. We'll be like, oh, do you know that one climb? What is this climb? Oh, gas chambers? Yo, cool climb. What is that? 13A, dude. 13A? Whoa, that's like really hard. Yeah, you gonna give it a go? Yeah, sure. So that's how a conversation. I mean, a little bit more fun.
Right.
It's a 513A is like how you would describe that specific climb.
So the 5's got to be in there.
5's got to be in there. I mean, but most people, when you talk about it, you don't say like, oh, it's a 513.
Yeah.
You just be like, it's 13.
Right, because you assume.
Yeah, you assume that, you're talking to climbers.
That's crazy, man. It's like this whole language and this whole culture and everything. You say, hey, I'm a rock climber. It's like, oh, cool. Like you climb rocks. Like that's cool. Rocks.
Well,
but there's like this whole community around it. And
absolutely.
It's fascinating.
My favorite thing of when I say like, because when you talk to other climbers, you don't say like, oh, I'm a rock climber.
Right.
You don't do that. You're like, oh, I climb. You don't even say I would climb. You're like, I lead or I boulder.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So what type of climbing you do?
Yeah. Like I'm a sport climber or I'm a speed climber.
Okay.
I'm a campus climber. Little joke for the climbers.
Hey, any climbers listening out there?
That's right. God forbid we have a climber.
Yeah, man, it's
fact checking me on everything. Like, gas chambers it got downgraded. It's a 12D. It's not a 13A.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
You dolt.
So, I mean, again, like I have so much appreciation for it now and respect for how good you are at it, because I went and did it myself and it's so fucking difficult, man.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's crazy. Cheesy. There were some like ones that I couldn't finish.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. V10. Woo.
Very cool.
Yeah. That was a recent accomplishment. I was climbing outside and my V10 cherry,
explain.
My first V10.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, sure. Okay. I thought that was an actual term. Okay.
No. The boulder was that's the other thing. The two different grading styles. The Yosemite Decimal, which is like 5, 10,
the 5 stuff.
The 5 stuff is for roped climbs. And then you have the boulder system, which is the V. And you get the V because when you start on a boulder problem, you have the two hands.
Yeah.
It looks like you're having
a little V.
Got it. That's why it's called the V. I think, at least that's what I've been told. Again, don't fact check me, please.
I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah, it would. And my first V10 was the womb.
And is that are these just like random? Are they like pre-set up like with holds, or are they actual rocks without holds?
This is outside. This is a rock that is very hard to climb.
So how do they grade that though?
Based off feel. Seriously, that's the problem. You've reached the idea of a grading system that is not perfect because it's all subjective.
Right. Okay.
It's not like this is a black diamond in skiing.
Yeah.
This is by the way, Black Diamond, awesome climbing company. Love them. Oh. This is a blue square or whatever. This is a blue slope, right? That's not subjective. That is a blue slope.
Right.
If you get on a V5, you'd be like, oh, I don't know. The start was like a stout V3.
Yeah.
And then the cruxy section was like, I could give it like a 5-.
Right.
Kind of feel. And you'd be like, I felt like a V4. It was so easy because that's my climbing style.
Exactly.
Or if it's like, this is not my climbing style. Oh my God, I'm dying on a V2.
Right.
And I'm like, this is impossible. This is like a V5 in my world.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't even do V2s anymore.
Jesus Christ.
Kidding.
Dude, I can't. It's so weird. I didn't even think about that, but that makes sense why one of the V0 V1s was harder than the other V0 V1 for me. It's like it's so subjective.
It's all subjective.
Yeah.
It's based off of how strong am I that day?
Yeah.
Am I mentally prepared?
So
is this my style of climbing?
So who grades them?
There are setters in. Oh, are you talking about outside or are you talking about indoor?
In general, like
in general,
do you have to reach? Like, is there a certain qualification? I assume that you would have to get to grade it.
No, not at all. You could be. It's called an FA, first ascent. If you get the first ascent,
then you get to grade it.
Then you get to grade it. It's generally, if at this point in places that are really well known, the projects they're called because they're projects that are still being worked on.
Yeah.
If no one's gotten it yet, it's pretty fucking hard.
Huh.
Because the people are strong.
Yeah.
People are very, very strong. And if you were to get the FA, which is great because you get to call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can name it whatever, and then it's going to be that name.
Oh, cool.
And then grade it whatever. But the thing is that Joe Schmo from down the corner climbs in and is like, dude, that was not a V8. Hashtag V8.
Should have had a V8,
sponsor
man.
us. God, by the way, I fucking love when you start like, all right, time to go over our sponsors. All right, let's move along. When I'm picturing me driving down the highway, trying to stay in my lane, dying laughing to that. I was like, that was perfect. That was so funny.
I mean, you gotta get them in there, man. You gotta have their airtime. You know, you can't just go without it. That's what they pay me for.
Absolutely. All those dollars that you see from that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an infinite amount of visible dollars that don't exist. I mean, it's infinite.
So the womb, right?
Yeah.
My first V10 is in a place in Georgia, actually. Rocktown is the place that it's called.
Okay.
And climbers just know of it collectively. I had no clue Rocktown was a thing. I didn't even know...
I'm sorry.
Are you cheesing right now over Rocktown? Shut up, dude. Rocktown's really awesome.
I'm sorry.
Why is this funny? Explain to me why.
Okay.
I wanna.
So you're talking about rock climbing,
yeah.
And the place that you're talking about is Rocktown. I don't know why it's so funny, man.
I'm glad you find this hilarious. Anyways.
Sorry.
On Pigeon Mountain, North Georgia. This is a place, Pigeon Mountain.
Yes.
Rocktown. You go.
It's like your 4-year-old daughter collects rocks and puts them in a shoebox in her room and calls it Rocktown.
Daddy, there's this climb. It's called the Womb in Rocktown.
Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Tell me about Rocktown. I'm sorry.
Rocktown is a place that I had no idea existed until other climbers were like, hey, there's a place called Rocktown. Let's go to Rocktown. Rocktown is a place that I climb at. It's called Rocktown.
Okay. All right. Okay, you can move on now.
Okay. All right. So it's out of your system now. And in this climbing area, because there are other climbing areas. Now I'm afraid to say them because they're all based around rocks.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is Georgia. What do you think this is? California? We don't have Yosemite.
All right. All right. Okay. Gotta come up with. All right.
We are the Southeast, the SCC. It's not the SEC, the SCC, the Southeastern Climbing Coalition.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the most organized group we have in the Southeast. And there are these guidebooks that have all of these climbs labeled, graded, and descriptions on them. Like, find the dugout is a climbing section in Rocktown. And in the dugout... there are like 6 climbs, and then this is left dugout, and then this is pumped out of your mind, and this is whatever, and these are their grades. Okay. And what I'm building at is this area where I got my first V10 is called the Vagina Boulders.
Is it really?
It really is.
Wow.
It really is. This area is called the Vagina Boulders.
So this official rock climbing place
Absolutely.
has this official name
Yes.
called the Vagina Boulders.
The Vagina Boulders. Yes.
And why is it called the Vagina Boulders?
Because there is a specific climb named the Vagina, and it looks like a vagina.
Okay.
Yeah. And you climb that route, and then you're climbing the moves. Actually, or specifically, it's a hard problem. It's V9 or V8, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. So have you, you might have already said this and I just didn't hear you.
Huh.
Have you named a climb?
Have I gotten an FA?
Yeah.
Not outside. Damn. Yeah, not outside.
So is that like something you're working towards or you want to do? Or
I mean, if I were to get an FA, I would be like,
it's neither here nor there. It's just sort of like something cool. To it.
Like, cool, I got an FA.
Yeah.
But if I, honestly, like if I didn't get an FA my whole entire life, I would not feel bad about it because climbing.
Yeah.
The thing about climbing is that you're climbing. And the best thing in the world is that you're outside and you're enjoying company with other climbers and you're climbing.
I assume it's really meditative.
It can be. A lot of people do that. I mean, for 2 years, climbing was my major focal point. If something bad happened in my life, I would go to the gym and train and climb.
Right.
That's what I would do.
Well, also, I mean, I assume that it would really bring you into the present moment as meditation does. Like there's nothing distracting you. There's no, phones. You're in the current.
So what you're talking about right now is the bug. You got the bug.
Ooh.
When you climb,
Yeah.
there's literally nothing else that can go on in your brain except for the climb.
Right.
And sometimes when you just get like really into it, or when you're doing something that you're really comfortable with and you're climbing, you can't even like focus on anything else. You're just climbing and you're in the moment.
Right.
And you have your buddies yelling at you like, "Oh, come on, you could do it." If it's like something really hard or just something that you just like really, really enjoy. And you catch that bug. There's nothing else going on. Nothing else.
It's so cool, man.
Just that climb.
So right now, do you hear the noise in the background?
Yeah.
Like the static in the ears?
Yeah.
That's because it's picking up my roommate's car.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I got to stay active. There's some decibels going on here.
Damn it, Plato. You dick. Does he listen to your podcast?
I don't know. I don't know if he's listened to one yet.
Yeah.
I think he said he was going to. Yeah, he hasn't mentioned it.
Plato, you suck.
Hey, Plato. Go ahead and listen to the normal podcast.
Plato, I'm kidding. You're the best.
So what's going to happen is, I'm sorry, I really don't want to get off this topic though. So how long have you been climbing? When did you start climbing?
Like really getting into it, was about 2013, 2014.
Okay.
The end of 2014 was when I went headstrong into it. I was like, I can do this.
Right.
I'm going to make this my life. I can make something out of this that I'm really bad at.
Right.
Because I started climbing. Actually, my cousin introduced it to me when I was about 9 or 10 years old.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and when I got back into it, I was a new baby born deer on the wall. I mean, just
right, like me.
Yeah,
the other day,
like you.
Yeah,
exactly like you. That's the thing with climbing, is that it's not a bike. You can't hop on and just ride it.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to keep up the tendon strength.
Yeah,
the finger strength.
My fingers and my hands, like everything. It's crazy. You don't think about it.
Nope.
You do not think about it.
What goes first in new climbers is their skin, not
their skin.
The skin. Yeah, you can't continue climbing because your fingers will not allow it because they're raw.
Wow.
Or your forearms feel like they're going to blow up before you feel physically tired.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing that my friend Brian, who took me, he was telling me, he's like, it's weird. Like, I don't feel like I'm tired or anything, but it's like I only have like 1 or 2 climbs left in me.
Yep.
And I'm like, I feel the same way, man. Like,
yep.
It's crazy.
That becomes like a fight for a climber, is I need to somehow balance my skin and my like physical ability.
Have you ever broken any bones or anything like that?
No, I've been fortunate enough to never break a bone. Smooth. I actually, the worst injury that I've sustained from climbing is sink.
I'm going to get somebody to like just start and stop the camera from now on for me.
Have him sit in that corner.
Just sit in the corner and
Sit in the
press a
corner.
button.
That's right.
Actually, also get like maybe a remote or something.
Maybe that would.
So
work.
you've never broken a bone?
No, I've never broken a bone, but I
any
have
serious injuries?
I've fallen
You've fallen.
from bouldering.
Yeah.
It was a stupid climb.
Yeah.
Literally stupid climb. I remember who I was with. They're like, it's not worth it. Don't do it. It was a V1.
No.
V1. I fell from it.
Why?
Is a high ball boulder. High ball boulders are generally 20 feet or higher. This one finished at like 25 feet, and I was at the very top. And so remember when I was talking about climbing styles?
Yeah.
There's a climbing style called slab climbing. Slab climbing is when the wall is not physically straight up and down. It kind of leans away from you.
Oh.
And it's a V1, but the holds are still not good. They're not great. They're very tiny. I have a picture that I can.
Let's cut to a clip. Love these references.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked and favorited
Hell yeah, man.
all of the podcasts.
Appreciate it.
And I got to the top, and what's known as a crux in a climb is the hardest part. The crux is, it could be one move, it could be a sequence of moves.
Yeah.
But it is generally the hardest part. And the worst part about a crux is not how difficult it is, it's how difficult you make it for you. So like if you know you're at the crux and you're like, oh shit, oh god, I'm at the crux.
Yeah.
Don't panic. My hands are sweaty. Totally. And then next thing you know, you missed.
It's such a mental thing too. A lot of it. I found myself, the first 2 or 3 climbs I was doing were V0, V1s, and I guess V1s technically, you don't really say V0. Do you?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
do say V0?
Well, I say V easy.
Okay, well, yeah, V easy.
V fun.
What was the G word that you said earlier
G word.
that described who I am?
Oh, you're Gumby.
Gumby, there it is.
Yeah.
So V Gumby.
V Gumby. That's good. This is that climb.
That's the one you fell off of?
That's the one I fell off of.
Dude, I'm going to throw up a picture of this on the video. If you guys aren't watching the video,
I'll send it to you.
just look up normal podcast, NRML podcast on YouTube if you're not watching on YouTube. But send that to me and I'll throw it up on the screen.
Sounds good.
So I found myself, those first 3 climbs, it was crazy and they were very easy ones.
Yeah.
And then it was so hard. Like it was easy, but it was so difficult. So I went to, it was like almost the end of our session and we were just going to go for an hour because we don't have that much experience.
Sure.
So, and I tried a V2, V3. Mm-hmm. And as I went into it, it was after I had watched like these dudes doing V9s and stuff like that on the free climbing wall.
Were their shirts off?
Yeah, their shirts were off. I think at least 1 or 2 of them.
Did they have a beanie on their head?
No.
Okay, so they're not total douches.
No. They seem nice. So after watching them, I was just sort of examining how they were doing it and what they were doing when they were climbing.
Right.
And I sort of like realized the first 3 ones, I wasn't really focusing on my breath a lot. So I went into the V2, V3 and I breathed into each reach. So like, as I like started, I was like, and then I breathe, you know what I mean? And you just sort of go for it and you believe that was me this time.
Oh, smooth. But you know what? That was me sending that picture to you.
That's acceptable. If it's from the guest, it's acceptable.
Okay, all right. That's good.
So, but yeah, it's crazy. It's like, it's a mental thing. And I sort of said, all right, so you're going to reach for this and just grab it and grip onto it like you can.
Absolutely.
And so that's what I did. And I fucking did the whole thing.
That's awesome.
And it was a V2, V3. And
we need a boulder. Whoa, so you sent V2, V3.
Yeah.
You sent it. Like from bottom to start.
Yeah.
Start to finish.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, all the way, man. I mean, and there was a V0, V1 that I couldn't completely finish too. And that goes back to what you were saying of how
it's climbing style.
Yeah, climbing
Dude,
style.
that's so cool.
Yeah, man.
Dude, you sent a blue card and don't send it. See, that's exciting. That's the cool part about climbing.
Yeah, exactly.
That you get someone into it and they're like, man, I can do this. It's like, yes, you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, this just turned into like an Obama from like 2012. Yes, you can.
Dude, what's happening, man? What's happening?
Oh, man.
Dude.
What's going on?
I was going to do this thing where right when we started talking and I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't, but right when we sat down and I started recording, I was going to be like, all right, man, so let's talk about what's going on in Turkey. Just right away, just off the bat, get into something.
Oh, geez.
I'm glad I didn't. But yeah, man, there's like 200 upwards of 300 people dead in Turkey from the coup the other day. Crazy.
That's messed up.
Yeah. So, okay, but climbing.
Yeah, climbing. Social topics.
Yeah.
But it's funny that you mentioned the breathing, that you noticed that.
Yeah.
Inside joke in climbing is that if you have any video from any climb or any climber and you take the video aspect of away but leave the audio, it sounds like it's a bad porn scene. Like really does.
Yeah.
You hear this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have someone in the background going like, yeah, come on.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You guys want like,
It's a very
got this.
supportive
Come on.
porn clip.
it's like,
You got it, man.
that's right. He's like,
You got it. You do it.
My favorite is the Chris Sharma saw noise. Ready? Scott. That's the one.
For all you climbers out there again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everyone's like, who the hell is Scott? Like, who's this Scott guy? Scott.
What's going on with that? Who is that?
No one. Scott is no one. It's
But who is the guy that does it?
Chris Sharma.
Yeah.
I mentioned Chris Sharma, and like every climber's like, oh, stop mentioning Chris Sharma. He's what I would consider right now, and has been for a while, one of the strongest climbers. Because remember back to the Yosemite decimal point, there's actually a European grading style, which I still am yet to comprehend because it's so different and confusing. 515. A 515 is a very difficult climb.
I would assume so. You were talking about a 513.
Yeah, it's so ridiculously hard. Like the movement style, the holds, oh my God, I have to clip off of this one hand. Then how am I? It's crazy.
Right.
It's hard to tell someone who's never climbed a tall wall and describe what a 515 is, because I've never even been able to climb a 515.
Right.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. He created a 515C. He created it. He did it. And he's like,
Wow.
yep, that's 515C. It's the first 515C in the world.
So he just, because I'm just the fucking guy, and I can do it.
Exactly.
Sweet.
And here's the thing: is that it's gonna be a 515C until someone else climbs it and says, you know what? It's not a 515C. It's like a B or an A, 515A, which is still like fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But
So is there, do you think, I mean, that goes sort of into, could there be an infinite amount of levels? Because,
Absolutely.
Because we keep getting stronger as a species.
this is another point of topic with climbers, is that because when you think about back in the day, there's a thing called downgrading. Back in the day when something was considered a 513D, it's like, that's up there. That's really hard.
Right.
That same climb today, 12A.
Interesting.
12A got downgraded 8 times. 8 grades it was downgraded.
From when? When was this? What?
I'm actually talking about a specific climb. It's called Vapor Lock.
How long do you think? How long was it in between where it was a 50 or a 13D and a
Like
12?
20 years. 15, 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you think that people are just getting stronger?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Have you heard of a girl called Ashima Ansari?
No.
World's strongest little girl.
No.
In like tall walls. I keep using the term world's strongest. That's again subjective because people are better at different things, just like in climbing.
Right.
But she's this 14-year-old girl, and she's like up there with the world's best.
Wow.
She's up there.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that we're just evolving further into?
I wouldn't say it's anything to do with evolving. I think it has to do with the individual. It's saying, I want to do this.
Right.
I could be really good at this.
And then someone working harder to get that and just become
Absolutely.
The next. So this guy that just created the 15C, there's going to be somebody that's going to create a 15D.
There's going to be a 530 at one point.
Yeah.
It's not going to be soon.
No.
But it's going to be a thing.
So 8 points you said in 20-ish years.
20-ish years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, because think about this. Yosemite has only been like a thing climbing wise since like what? The 50s? The 40s, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a great documentary on the Yosemite climbing world. I forget what it's called, but Rock Reel is a great movie documentary. Rock Reel.
Okay.
Real Rock. Jeez, I'm gonna get burned at the stake for messing that up.
I'll edit it to make sure to make it sound like you didn't.
Welcome back to the normal podcast.
Oh, welcome back. We just had a quick commercial break there from our sponsor.
We'll cut to a clip.
Let's cut to a clip
From our sponsor.
Let's cut to a clip of the break we just had. In case you guys didn't remember, we took a break 2 seconds ago. Let's watch it again and cut to a clip.
So basically, with the Yosemite climbers, they were called the Stone Riders, I believe was their name. Again,
I know a band. I have friends in a band called Stone Rider.
Really?
Yeah, it's really cool, like 60s rock.
Fucking posers.
They're great.
I bet they are. What? I forget the name. I'm pretty sure they called themselves the Stone Riders. But basically, oh man, I forget the guy's name who first climbed it. Yosemite was such an outlandish idea to climb.
Yeah.
It's like, that right there, that's impossible. That will never be done.
Right.
That is impossible until it's not. And someone did it. And someone did it. Someone climbed Yosemite in 2 years. It took them 2 years to climb it. They were on the wall.
Yeah.
They're pitched off the side and they had a pulley system pull food, water up to them from the bottom. 2 years. Right?
Yeah.
Next guy that does it, 8 months.
Yeah.
Next guy that does it, 4 months.
Dude, that's just like with everything.
Next thing you know, exactly.
People said it was going to be impossible for us to go to the moon, right? And then until someone did it.
It's impossible until it's not.
Yeah. And exactly. And it's getting exponentially shorter. Like I think I mentioned this in Aaron's episode when technology and improvement is getting so quick.
Yeah.
It's exponential, right? So think about how much we progress as a society between 1900 and 1950.
That thought is
1950 to 2000.
It's ridiculous.
So what's 3000 and to, you know what I mean?
We already got cars that drive for themselves. I mean,
right.
I'm still holding out hope for that flying car.
So there's people that think that we're going to be able to see it happen before our eyes. Like it's going to be instantaneous. So like, right? I mean, well, think about it. If it's an exponential thing,
yeah,
it's getting quicker and quicker. At what point is it going to stop being quicker?
Right.
You know, I mean, technology is just going to keep improving on itself immediately. Like it's going to learn new things and
then they're going to kill us all. Technology is going to know better. And it's going to be like, what the fuck are we doing? Guys, Apple iPhones, whip out your Swiss Army knives because we know you're hiding them in there.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, if you got room for a bigger battery, every phone, you've got a Swiss knife you're ready to pull out when you take over the world. Yeah,
absolutely, man. We're going to die.
That's right.
Gonna die.
That's right.
And that's the message of this podcast is we're all going to die.
Normal podcast.
We're all going to die someday.
It's not entirely false.
You know what's funny though? We have 7 minutes left.
What?
It's been almost an hour already.
No. This is we're gonna do a Joe Rogan right now. we're gonna keep going for 3 hours.
Isn't that crazy though? It
just
goes by so quick. I mean, I get why Joe Rogan can do 3 hours now.
Why?
Well, I mean, you just.
Oh well, yeah. If you get on tangents and then.
I mean, and at the end of most of his, he's like, "Wow, it's been 3 hours already," and the guest is like, "What?" You just get lost in the conversation.
Seriously, I wasn't even thinking about it, and dope.
Yeah, don't you have to be at work or something at 1?
Nah, fuck work.
Isn't it?
It's actually really lenient.
Okay,
like
all right,
really lenient.
Good.
So I'm not really pressed for time.
Good.
And besides, it's only like 20 minutes away.
So I asked you to bring something. I asked you to bring a song for the intro song.
Oh, yeah.
And it's something I had the idea of because these podcasts are about picking people's brains and minds about certain things and learning about just people, right? Yeah. And what better way to learn about somebody than to have them bring a song that they really like, because that says a lot about them. So I think it'll be really cool to have you pick the intro song for the podcast.
Awesome.
So now, all
right,
pressure's on.
Pressure is on. Here's the thing. I thought about it and I was like, oh man, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Oh wait, but then there's this other song that I really like. Oh wait, but then I want this one.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay.
Remember when you were a kid and you had one favorite song?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
I was like Goofy Goober by SpongeBob.
Oh, Goofy Goobers, yeah. Goofy Goobers, yeah.
Impressions again. I don't know how we always get to impressions on the show.
Oh yeah, you guys will do impressions. I love Thomas's
Matthew
McConaughey.
Yeah, man.
Holy crap.
It was great. It was really good.
Stars. I can't.
Look into the stars.
That's right. All right.
Shout out to Thomas.
Thomas.
So what's your song, man?
My song, it was either going to be like, what was this? That was Taking a Pill in Ibiza?
Okay. By who?
I don't
Okay.
know. Or Faded. It was Faded or something like that by
Okay.
Alan Walker. That was EDM. And I was like, that song was so hype. I love that song. When I think about climbing and like doing stuff, I'm like, there's a song. It just gets me so hype. This is the song that I did pick though. It's actually, do you know who The Offspring is?
Yeah, of course.
It's You're Gonna Go Far, Kid.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Don't play it.
I'm not gonna play it.
Okay. So You're Gonna Go Far, Kid by The Offspring.
By The Offspring. That's right.
And that's the song we're gonna play at the intro.
That's gonna be the song.
So you'll hear it
I will hear it.
when you listen. It's tomorrow Aaron's episode comes out.
Okay.
And the next Monday my episode comes out.
Okay.
But the thing is, I like doing this so much, and I have like 10 people that I want to get on here already.
Yeah.
That I don't know if I can wait every 2 weeks to do one episode. So I'm kind of thinking, what if he does Monday and I do Wednesday or something like that?
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it'd be if you could somehow set this up, because I know that he's in Tennessee. If you both could be in one podcast interviewing someone,
It would be really cool. I think, and we can, if he has the guest there, and we all are in a Skype conversation on like our phones, but then also recording onto the mics on our computers, and we just send each other the files. That way we all have mics and it sounds like we're in a conversation. In a room.
Okay. Is that how you did it with Aaron?
No, because he was here.
Oh, he was here. Oh, that's right. You
It's how I could have done it with Aaron. I definitely could have.
Yeah. You
But
don't think
yeah,
that would take away from the experience of being in front of each other?
What do you think, man? If we were having this conversation not in front of each other right now and didn't have see each other's body language and everything, I feel like it would be a different.
It would be a very different feel.
You know what I mean? Like
be
if you
very
couldn't see,
different.
we're just like sitting here listening. Like I think our minds wouldn't be very present.
No.
because we would sort of be looking around the room. Like
Look at the age. I mean, come on. People can hardly pay attention for 5 seconds on anything on the internet at all.
Exactly.
Let alone if we're on a Skype call and I'm not like physically right here in front of
exactly.
you.
That's why I think it wouldn't work. I think maybe every once in a while, if he has somebody really cool that he wants to interview, and I'm like, oh shit, that'd be awesome if we were all on it.
Yeah.
That'd be one thing.
Yeah, it's different.
But I don't
Like
think it would be in every
something
every
like this.
time.
This is really fun.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to stop.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to stop. Let's keep going.
I want to, man. I mean, I don't think there would be a problem with it. Is there something that you want to get into that you're like just want to get out to the world?
No.
How are you? You seem like just a ball of happiness. Like what? Where do you find your happiness?
Where do I find my happiness? Man, whenever I would think of being happy, it's never because I'm like, oh, I need to be happy. It's, am I doing something right now that is going to move me along further in my life? And right now, I'm having a fantastic conversation with an old friend.
Right.
Why wouldn't I be happy?
Sure.
You know, I can climb. I can wake up in the morning and have air in my lungs. One thing that I was told when I was younger was don't major the minor things.
Yeah.
You know,
Great.
the little stuff.
I love that.
Yeah, don't major the minor
That's
things.
going to be the title of the episode.
Sick.
Is that perfect?
I love that.
like
That's awesome. Yeah, don't major the minor things. If something's going wrong right now, you know, and this applies to a lot of people, if not everyone. If something's going wrong, something that you don't think is what should be happening right now in your life, I mean, do something about it. You're up and
Right.
out. Be grateful that you can even be in a bad situation. Because if you couldn't be in a bad situation, then I don't think you'd be in a good situation.
Yeah.
And then when you're out of that bad situation, you'll know what it'll feel like to be out of a bad situation.
Exactly.
And more reason to be up on cloud 9.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang. Yeah.
Bad can't exist without the good.
That's
and
right.
The good can't exist without the bad.
That's
so you
right.
have to appreciate them both.
So if there's anything I'd have to get out to say, it'd be that.
Yeah.
It'd be that.
I think that's great. I think that's something that I also would, if I was a guest on a podcast, I would say the same thing. That's something I really want to send, and that's something I got into with Aaron.
Yeah.
Later into the podcast when I was talking about, you know, just this moment right now is the only thing that you can control. So the past doesn't even exist anymore.
That's right.
So having your mind, the only way that the past can exist right now is if you bring it into the present with your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So that's bringing it into an existence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can control how you feel right now in this moment, then why wouldn't you? And you can.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I totally get it. I get it. I totally get it.
I get it.
Dude, I get it.
Dude,
Do you get it?
I totally get it.
Dude.
Anyways,
I get it.
climbing.
Yes.
Climbing is fun. If you ever get the chance to climb, to anyone in the audience, go find a home crag, a little rock gym. Go climb, see if you like it. Meet some new people. People of the earth, man. Climbers, they're real nice.
Yeah.
Everyone's super supportive.
Yeah. I felt that.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, dude, come on, dude.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite thing.
Totally, man. And I think I would also recommend everyone go try climbing. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about your body when you go try to put it on side of a wall and then pull it up.
That's right.
You really do. You feel
yeah.
it breaks you. It
Yeah.
turns you into, you think you're tough and you think you're strong. Like get on the side of a wall and try to climb up it.
That's right. There's this animalistic thought that when you're on the side of the wall and you're holding on to whether it's a huge hold or a tiny hold, and then next thing you know is, well, my forearms are about to explode. I'm looking down 50 feet. I know I'm safe because I'm tied in, or whether you're not and you're deep water soloing, I can't let go. I cannot let go right now, no matter how hard this is. Pull up to the next move.
Yeah.
All right. Breathe in, shake it out, chalk up. I cannot let go.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep moving. And once you find that resolve, boom, you just sent 513D.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like also there's some cool feeling when you're up there and it's like you get another hold and it's like, whoa, I'm higher now. It's like you can measure and see your progress and see what you've achieved instantaneously.
I'm going to quote Aaron Twite, a good friend of mine. He he was looking at this one problem. He's like, yeah, but there's no way you can get to that move. You can't do that. It's like, it's way too high from that point. He's like, no, dude, you're just going to lift your leg up. Oh, people are big. That's why, because it's like that measurement of height when you're looking at something. It's like, oh yeah, it's not that tall from here. But when you're up there, different story.
Yeah.
You can see that progress. And he's like, he just does that one move with his leg, like he said that he did. He goes, boop with his leg. And he goes, oh, people are big.
That's perfect, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this. I love doing this. I'm going to do this more. I need to do this a lot.
Awesome.
I think, I don't know. I've been looking for something because I used to do music a lot.
I remember.
And that was fun when I was with people that also did music, like with a band, right? It's because you could feed off of each other's energy and create together.
Yeah. I,
for some reason, don't, enjoy as much just doing music by myself as much as I do with other people. And so that was always my passion thing. That was always the thing that I had a passion for. But I had to rely on other people for it to be happy to enjoy it. Mm-hmm. I don't know why that is, and maybe that's not the way it should be, but it's the way that it was. And it's just, and it's not that I can't enjoy making something like, I don't know. It's a different story. I just like creating things. So that's why I like photography. Mm-hmm. It's something I love doing and I don't have to rely on other people for it. I can just do my own thing if I need to.
Which, by the way, Evan Roberts photography.
So Evan Roberts photography is actually, I'm not really doing much with it anymore. I started a different business. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm doing real estate photography now.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Great, man.
Yeah.
It's picking up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the snaps that you send me of seriously, this made Final Cut. Seriously, what is this shit? Call me. This is not acceptable. It's like the framing. They took 2 photos and tried to mesh it to make it look better.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know shit about photography. But it's like the corner of a house was half faded, and then you could tell it was like that same corner of the house was moved 3 inches below, and you're like zooming in. Yeah. You're like, what the fuck is this shit?
And there's ones where I take out a car out of the driveway and I'm like, hey man, check this out. Screw that car, man.
Or the American flag moved a certain way.
Dude, that was the worst.
You showed me that and I was like, oh, that blows.
Yeah, it's the worst. But yeah, man, it's going well. I really enjoy it. And it's like, it's weird though. I start seeing houses now as like, oh, that'd be really cool to take a picture of. Like, I think the framing would be like this. It's weird.
I like when have you talked about what you do for monies?
No, I haven't.
Would you like to?
Sure. So yeah, why not? Let's turn this interview around on me.
I know, right? The tables have turned.
I really hate calling these interviews though, because really I'd rather call it a conversation.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. I'd rather it be a natural, normal conversation rather than like an interview type thing.
I've enjoyed myself. I haven't thought of it as an interview.
Exactly.
I thought it was me talking with Evan.
Sure. So what I do for monies is so about a year ago.
About a year ago.
About a year ago, I got a job as a manager at a pizza shop.
Fucking smooth, by the way.
Thank you. I caught that.
Audio listeners.
I just threw a bottle up in the air and I caught it perfectly for the audio listeners.
Lies.
Don't listen. Don't listen. No. Don't listen. Please don't listen. All right. So I got a job as a manager, the general manager at a pizza shop. And I'm like, oh shit, I've never been a manager before. I'm going to be in charge of like all these people, telling them what to
and
do,
schedules and
doing all the paperwork, doing all the deposits, all the truck orders. And I got there and I was like, fuck it. I'm going to throw myself in it. I'm going to give it my all and be the best manager that they've ever had. And I tried it.
Which, by the way, that attitude you should go into no matter
for everything.
Yeah. That should be your attitude.
Right.
I'm going to do this with excellence and integrity.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I'm going to go into it and be the best. Why not?
Right.
Why not be the best at whatever you do?
Right.
Yeah. There's no point in not giving it your all.
Right.
Otherwise, you're wasting your time. So I tried that, and I was the manager for 2 months. The owner of the shop was a total dickhead.
As they do.
There were times where I would work. Okay, so I would work 9 to 8, 6 days a week. So I'd go in there. I'd get there at 9, open the store, and then work, and then leave at 8 o'clock, and then come home. So 11-hour days, 6 days a week it was pretty tiring, right? I was on my feet the whole day.
Don't doubt that.
Making dough and making prep and
making dough,
making both ways.
That's right.
And telling people what to do and constantly having to deal with angry customers and call people and offer them free pizzas because we got something wrong, and having people call and let me speak to a manager. I'm like, this is the manager. Like,
don't you love those moments where it's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Let me speak to a manager. And you do that slow pause. I am the manager.
That's exactly it, dude.
That's right.
My name.
Listen here.
One of the cool things was like my name was on the coupons. So
cool.
Marcos would send out coupons and it'd be like General Manager Evan Roberts.
Nice.
But the funny thing is, it said Evan Robert. It didn't say Evan Roberts.
Evan Robert.
They forgot the S at the end.
Damn.
Because the owner always, even on my paychecks, he would write Evan Robert.
Yeah.
Like he just forgot that there was an S at the end of my name.
Jeez.
Yeah. So anyways, so he's a dickhead. And
don't get indicted.
So on my days off, he would call me sometimes and be like, hey, this person complained. Call him and offer him a free pizza. I'm like, I'm at home.
Yeah.
This is my day off. I'm at home.
Absolutely.
This is not my life. So after 2 months, I stopped. I was like, hey, man, I can't do this. Like, you treat your employees like shit. And I hate working for you more than anything in the world. And I want to step down to driver. So I just became a driver. I deliver.
Which,
pizzas.
by the way, that's a lot of balls to do that, step down, and stay with
the same
company.
Yeah,
the same business.
And I told that to his face. I said, your employees don't like the way you treat them, and you treat them terribly. Do you think that's important, the way that you treat your employees? And he's like, what are you talking about? Get back to work, do your fucking job. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can't do this.
Yeah.
So anyways, the stress to pay ratio with that job was not there for me. So it was this much stress for this pay.
Yeah.
So delivering pizzas was this much stress with this pay.
Okay.
So I was making more driving and with way less stress.
For the audio listeners, his pay ratio bar went up like half a centimeter for the pay.
My pay was a little bit better than a manager.
Hey, when you're high, stay humble. But when you're low, stay hopeful.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be the title. No, I'm kidding.
I like the first one too. Yeah. So you're driving, making deliveries now.
I've been delivering pizzas for.
Let me ask the questions here.
Yeah. So since January.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry. Since like March-ish when I stopped managing. And it was cool though, because I had a predictable income. I was on a salary, so I knew what my income was going to be. So I could
You had a
make
salary as a driver?
No, as a manager.
Oh, as a manager. Oh, right.
So that was one benefit of it, because I didn't have to worry, because I knew I was going to get paid this certain amount. But with driving, it's sort of unpredictable. But anyway, so I was doing that, and I figured out I don't want to deliver pizzas for a long time. This isn't very fun. Also, like, hey, what do you do? I deliver pizzas. Like, you know. So
Well, honestly, Evan, when people ask you what do you do, what do you tell them?
I tell them I own a real estate photography business.
Yes, of course.
Because I do.
Because you do.
So I started a real estate photography business.
Awesome.
I started doing it freelance by myself.
I remember when we reconnected for the photo shoot, he took pictures of me.
Yes.
And you were like, I don't know, maybe I could do, real estate.
Yeah.
That was an idea in your head.
Right.
And now it's here.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Cool.
I just did it.
Really cool.
So I decided that maybe there's an untapped-ish market there.
Yeah.
And so I tried doing it, and that's where I'm at right now, and it's paying the bills, and I'm almost able to stop delivering pizzas. I still do that at night.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So the real estate photography, I can start it at 10 a.m., right, when the sun's out, because for the pictures. And then I have to stop it around 4 or 5 because, I mean, the sun's like in a weird place, and people traffic, and it's weird. And, people pay a premium to be able to get later twilight pictures or later pictures. So from 5 till whenever I go to sleep, what else am I going to do other than work? I mean, why not? I can make money, so I'm going to make money.
Make money. Very true.
So I deliver pizzas at night. Why not? And that's also paying the bills.
Right.
And it's,
Get bitches, make money.
Right.
I am all for that. Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I do what I can, and it's growing, and
That's awesome.
we'll see. Hopefully it can.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
One of my favorite snaps that I get from you is not only the photography flubs and stuff, is the I just delivered to this house. and then you flip the camera and it's on your face, and he's like, what?
There's some fucking crazy houses.
And that can go two ways. Can go two ways. I just was royalty for 5 minutes at their doorstep.
Yeah. Yep.
I feel touched. I'm blessed.
Yep.
Or it's like, how did I not die?
Exactly. I could have been murdered.
I could have been murdered at this door.
That's the place I deliver, man. There's this one street that we just call meth. There's this one street where everyone
I
knows
wonder
it's
how
where-
that's going to go.
It's where all the meth dealers are. Everyone, like, you can see people poking out of their like driveways, like their garage, like they have like a tarp over it. And
yeah,
man, it's
Get
there's
that blue.
There's
Get that
one
blue.
area, yeah. And then and then I delivered to a fucking $6-7 million lake house. It's okay.
I remember that one.
Yeah,
That was cool.
yeah, man. I do a lot of those.
Like, I wish.
A lot of them are like, I mean, the crazy thing is also where I deliver, I've never declined an offer for them to say, hey, come on inside.
Oh yeah,
Which you would think would be sketchy, right? But it's not. Like it's Southern hospitality.
that is exactly Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
I remember there was this one time I invited someone inside, and it was the same situation. It was like delivery, and it was a girl. So it was you could see the social standard, and it was just me in my at the time that was the house I was renting with my other climbing friends.
Yeah.
It was just myself, and I said, "Hey, do you want to come on in?" Like, I didn't even think about that way. Like, and I didn't think how that would be,
Right.
how she would react to it,
Right.
And she just got like really, all of a sudden the natural dynamic between delivery and deliverer, changed to, whoa, you're a creep.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa,
Right.
I didn't even think of that. I was like, no, sure, I'll just let me.
Oh, never mind.
I'm sorry. It just
she
like
didn't come in.
became super awkward.
Yeah.
And like, I wouldn't even think about that aspect of delivery. It's something that you would have to deal with if someone were like, hey, come on in. But see, it's different. It's different because you're a guy.
Exactly.
You're a guy. If a man were to tell you, hey, come on in. Like, oh yeah, sure, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he could rob me / murder me. There's the potential, but
Anyone,
in my head,
anyone can rob you
exactly.
/
In my
murder
head, I'm
you.
like, if that's gonna happen, it's gonna fucking happen. I can't do anything about it. So I'm just gonna go
Evan,
in.
yes, you can fight back. So at least promise me you'll try.
No. I'm not saying I'm not saying I would submit. I'm just saying I can't control whether or not it's gonna happen.
I like the rollover dog submission style. I was like, hey, dude, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna
just
fucking
let it
happen,
man.
Like I'm gonna die.
That's totally not what I was doing. Not what I was.
I am okay with it. I was on a podcast, and since then, I was okay with dying if someone was to invite me into their home while I delivered them a pizza pie.
I mean, if they're gonna kill you, they're gonna kill you.
Have you ever been like offered like the situation where a woman invited you and you're like, yes, please?
No,
really, never.
No. I deliver to a lot of there's a lot of older people. It's very not very often I deliver to young people.
Okay.
And when they are, they're like young people.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. My age is not really.
It's kind of, think about a lifeguard on stand. You know, the shirt comes off.
Right.
I'm a rock climber.
Right.
Humble brag.
Do people come up? Do girls like come up to you constantly?
Yes, all the time. And they're 12 years old.
Yep. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
So it gets like,
so how do you deal with that situation?
I don't. I just ignore it. It's so bad, but they're like, you know, they're little kids.
Right.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Or the worst part is I have little sisters and they're growing up very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast. And it's not uncomfortable. As an older brother, it's the thought of my sister being with another guy is weird. But when I think of myself with a girl, it's like, that's normal. Like, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah, totally.
The thing is that they're growing up so fast.
Yeah.
My little sister's 15. She looks like she's turning 21.
Wow.
She looks like it.
Yeah.
Her body, how she dresses, and picture a beautiful girl in a bikini at a pool.
Right.
And who sees someone that she thinks is equally attractive.
Yeah.
And then, oh, you're 17?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Thanks. Please go away.
Yeah, man.
My point was like, have you ever had a weird situation? Well, man,
No.
not a weird situation, but like someone asking.
No, I'm trying to think. There was this one time where this
one time at band camp.
Yeah. Okay, you want to know something really fucking stupid and shitty that I did one time?
Actually, no, I can't.
Okay.
No. I'm kidding. Go.
So I used to be really super socially awkward and not want to talk to people. So one time I was at Starbucks and I was in the drive-thru.
No, we were all 13 once.
Yeah. So this was more like 15. So
Okay.
No. I was driving, so it was like 16, 17.
All right. So you're in Starbucks.
So I was at Starbucks in the drive-thru. And I get up to the window, and I had been there a few times, and this girl's pretty attractive that works there.
Yeah.
So I went there, and I fucking gave her my number, dude.
Yes.
I gave her my number. Dude. I did not ask for hers because I did not have the balls to do that. I gave her my number.
Oh my god!
Like, she gave me my coffee, and I was like, "Oh, and this is for you." I was so socially awkward that I couldn't say it, and she never did.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Evan.
I mean, why would you?
You know what? Good for you for trying. I applaud you for at least trying.
I don't think that should be applauded at all. I think that was a wimpy decision.
I'll tell you what, though. Nice.
What?
You learned.
I did learn.
You learned to never do that again. I will never just give my number to a girl. Was there any preface? Was there like a premise before you? It was just
nope.
Here. Hey, sir, how are you doing? Oh,
I'm doing well.
Caramel macchiato frap thing. Wow, that's gay order.
One. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah,
that's me every time.
Okay, just give me one moment. It'll be
all right. Take your time.
It'll be $12.50. You know.
Okay. Here you go. Right. Here's my card.
Thank you. All right.
Those are weird. Why is your computer making those noises?
You ever call like Sprint or phone stuff and you hear like they're finding your data and it's like.
Yeah,
I love that noise. What is that I don't know. Anyways, so back in character.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Here you go.
Oh, thanks.
The window. All right.
Oh, can I have my receipt?
Yeah, sure. Here's your receipt.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cool. All right.
Actually, you know what? I'll keep it. It's fine. Never mind.
Okay. Let me get your coffee ready.
Oh, it's not made already?
No, it's not made. No.
All right. I've been waiting for like 15 minutes at this point.
Okay. Here's your coffee, sir. Your caramel maca.
Finally. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Oh shit! I forgot about the hole.
Yes. What was the point of me doing that then? You were supposed to awkwardly hand me the thing. and then just drive away.
I'm kidding. I was just fucking with you. Let's rewind.
Okay.
So here's my card.
Read you. Hold on. Welcome to the Normal Podcast.
Wait a minute. Too far.
That's right.
Fast forward.
It'll be $12.50.
It's an expensive fucking coffee, but here you go.
Do you know there's a size bigger than venti?
No.
It's called 30.
30.
Okay, well, do you want me to really say it how I would in my language?
Please.
30.
30.
30.
What is your language?
Italian, Spanish, English are my languages.
Cool.
Well, I mean, not my languages, but...
All right, so here, play out the rest of the scene in Spanish.
Hola, señor, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, gracias. Me too.
¿Qué quieres a tomar?
No.
No.
I'm going to speak English and you speak Spanish.
Okay.
Hi, how are you? Here's my card.
Ok, total vas a ser 12.45.
That's fine. It's kind of expensive, but whatever.
Aquí está tu carta. Dame un minuto para tu trago.
Thank you.
Ok, aquí está tu café.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, and here, this is for you.
¿Qué hijo de puta?
It doesn't matter. All right. Have a good day.
Just like
That's
that.
what happened,
That
dude.
is so weird. Evan.
It was weird, man.
Dude.
I'm not proud of it. Here you are
good.
saying it's weird, and
good.
2 seconds ago you were congratulating me.
It's true, yeah. But then I thought about it.
It's so bad.
You know what? I was really into character. I got in her position. I'd be like,
Right?
Okay.
At that point, what do you do? Yeah.
Also, I don't know why my Spanish girl was like Japanese.
Ok, aquí está tu café.
You know,
Hashorogaimasu.
that's not
All right, man.
racist.
Dude, we got to wrap it up.
All right.
You got work to go to.
I
don't
do.
you?
Yeah, I got to be there like
Now.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the video didn't work for like the last 15, 20 minutes of it, but that's fine. I'll just put a cool animation on there or something with smoke coming out of my head.
Cool.
All right, man. Well, it's a pleasure. And
Absolutely. Thank you for having me onto your podcast.
absolutely, dude. Anytime. Seriously, you got to come back and do it again sometime.
Absolutely. I would love to come back and just shoot the shit with you.
Yeah, anytime. We'll combine these 2 episodes into one Joe Rogan podcast episode.
Yes.
1 3 hour long.
Let's do it.
All right, man. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Andre.
Appreciate
Andre, do you want them to go find you anywhere? Any Instagram?
Oh,
anything you wanna-
yeah. Definitely. If you want to see more of what the Andre Drizzle Dre. All right. That was lame.
I don't think anyone's going to go check you out now.
No. Now I've lost it. Welcome to the Normal Podcast.
Let's rewind. Welcome to the Normal Podcast.
That's right. If you want
Let's cut to a
to
clip.
follow my stuff on Instagram, Snapchat, it's all the same thing. Andre Drizzle Dre.
Andre Drizzle Dre.
Drizzle Dre's.
I'll link it in the description.
ANDRIZZLEDRE. Andre
Perfect, man.
Drizzle Dre.
Pleasure. Have
Awesome.
a good day.
You too.
Take it easy.
Bye.
All right, guys, that's the end of the episode. Thank you again so much for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube or like and follow on SoundCloud. Share this with your friends if you think they'd enjoy it. And have a great day. Have a fantastic day, fantastic week, weekend, wherever you are in the world. Have a fantastic one. Thanks again. See you guys soon.